Hello. We need greater humanity now, more so than ever before, because what ties us as a humanity to civilization itself is our ability to not devolve into uncaring, then evil. Ennobling humanity through acts of great courage is inspiring for so many, and is so important for us all as we listen and learn and resolve not to allow genocide to happen again. And yes, we must be reminded because all too often the time shifts and new possibilities of lessening our human ties to one another occur. Fanny Starr went through unspeakable horrors, and it is her courage to speak which gives us the knowledge and strength to face evil. The world needs us to be intelligent because there is inherent stupidity in evil, a stupidity that holds that one person is better than another, that one person can hold another in pain or in hostage, either emotionally or physically. Florence Nightingale's quote sums up wartime brutality. What the horrors of war are, no one can imagine. They are not wounds and blood and fever, spotted and low, or dysentery, chronic and acute, cold and heat and famine. They are demoralization and disorder on the weak, jealousies, meanness, indifference, selfish brutality on the part of the oppressor. What will push us to overcome this stupidity, this evil, is understanding that our being placed into malevolence allows it to occur. We must be vigilant, and we must be on guard. We must be outraged, shocked, mortified, when acts of terror can be committed by one of our own species against another. Nowhere was this more evident than in Nazi Germany. Evil was allowed to flourish. It was encouraged, because only with the implicit agreement of others can atrocities of such magnitude occur. Today we are honored to have Fanny Starr, Holocaust survivor, to speak and to educate us on the enormitude of these topics. The interview will be in 3 parts: before the war, during the Holocaust, life inside the concentration camps, and post-war. My name is Pookie Amsterdam, and I am privileged to be interviewing a very important member of our global community. Thank you very much, Fanny Starr, for allowing us to bear witness to your experiences. Welcome, Fanny.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, our first section is before the war, and I would like to start by asking you, what was your childhood like where you grew up? Who was your best friend?
My best friend was my mom and dad and my older sister, what I adore, her intelligent, very hard to describe her intelligence and her capability, what she did for humanity, help people. And myself, I was too young. I was that time 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I just couldn't, I understood the catastrophe. No, nobody knew that time at what is waiting for us with the war. Like I was in 1939, we went into a ghetto. Luch. Go ahead.
What changes did you see in your city and in your life as far as Jewish people?
Before the war. Before the
Yeah.
war.
Were
Before the
concerned?
war, I tell you, I was, like I said, I was a tomboy. I just took life very easy. And I belonged to a youth group. What that time was our big leader, Jabotinsky.
Mm-hmm.
You heard about him, probably. And I belonged to that group. This is like the Likud. It's just my tomboy to be hard, outspoken against people with that harm to other people. And I was this type of a person. And I belonged to that group for quite, I would say, about 3-4 years. And I enjoyed every bit of it. Matter of fact, I heard one of my leaders was in Texas until I found out, unfortunately, he passed away. So I couldn't come. I went to Houston, Texas to meet him. When I just couldn't get, I heard that he passed away about 2-3 weeks before mine arrival over there. And I was really sad about it. I was looking forward to reminiscing the time, what we had. Go ahead. Ask me the question.
And things changed, and things changed in your neighborhood in Poland.
The neighborhood in Poland, we lived for one part of Lodz was, I would say, a better neighborhood. And after that, when we went into the ghetto, it was just a little lower. This was a different environment in that neighborhood. And that time was in the ghetto. I couldn't comprehend it when the Germans came in to our home and they said, grab what you can and get out. I couldn't comprehend it. I didn't take it, nothing. And my mom, they said in Polish, take something, take something. I just was stunned.
They just came right into your house?
You sure they came to our house, just the Germans with the guns and bayonets and everything else. They said, raus, that means get out from the house and leave everything for the house. This was in September 1939. Which date was then, I cannot recall. And which hour, I cannot recall, because everything came in such a horrible turmoil. And they start shooting, and they start heading. The first, our precious dog, what we have at Saint Bernard for years and years, he was the first victim. The second victim was, we had a big, huge aquarium. This was my father's hobby. A big aquarium with fish, goldfish, all kinds of fishes. That took like a sledgehammer and split it into, this was a heavy glass, thick, heavy glass. We had this, I can recall when I was a little girl. It was sitting and make, different faces, images, like the fish opened the mouth and everything. We had fun sitting and doing this. And my father said, oh, you look like a monkey. You're doing just like a monkey. And we had a beautiful, beautiful life in our home.